that, I think there comes some times where it hits and sometimes hits hard. The Tomcats started their season on December 2nd. They went on the road to Paintsville, not an easy place to play, 15th region opponent, and Paintsville, a good team as it was. 19 wins last year, returned multiple leading scorers, and Ashland went in, trail 11-0, won that one 76-74, and that seemed to set off what would be the 6-game win streak that opened the year. Two of those wins included Loy Memorial. On December 6th, Ashland will win that one 65-61. Well, Loy Memorial has been on fire. They started the year 2-2. They have since been 18-2. They have won 11 in a 10 in a row in the loaded 9th region, which features teams like Covington Catholic, ranked number 1 in the state at 26-1. Highlands, who's 23-5, and we've seen them a few times over the years. They can ball. Ryle, who's pushing 20 wins. They have 7 20-win teams in their region. Loy Memorial turned out to be a huge win for Ashland. Meanwhile, they would beat Boyd County on December 9th, 82-69 at home. Then would go on to win 2 more before dropping in the finals of the PIT, the Pikeville Invitational Tournament, to Pikeville, 77-65. Meanwhile, the Tomcats would come home for another 3 rounds, and the Ashland Invitational would win against St. Mary 90-66. Then would fall in the semifinals, 66-64 to Henry Clay, before rebounding to finish 3rd in the tournament against Simon Kenton, 58-49. They would start the new year losing 63-58 to George Washington on January 3rd at home. George Washington, arguably the top team in West Virginia, all classes. Then would win against Greenup on the road, missing the starting backcourt. And against George Rogers Clark, lost that by 20, but again was missing the starting backcourt and kept it competitive for a half. On January 10th, they would go to Berea College and defeat Henry Clay 71-54 in a rematch of that AIT semifinal, and got on a little bit of a roll. They win 5 in a row. They beat Chapmanville in the top 10 in West Virginia. The defending state champion Great Crossing would go on the road and defeat Boyd County, who had won the 2A state championship, and then would travel to Woodford County and would defeat a very good Montgomery County team. The Tomcats on February 4th would start off at home, losing 94-85. Their win streak was snapped. Their 5 games against Johnson Central, 94-85. Would go on the road to Bracken County, where they would defeat Flight Academy out of Ohio, and then would travel that Monday, February 9th, to Martin County, one of the top teams in the 15th, jumped out to a 17-0 lead, and would end up winning handily 92-57. The Tomcats, however, since then have dropped 3 of 4, as last Wednesday they had a classic game on the road against Morgantown, and I really hope we see Morgantown again. I like their style of play, that pressing, that full court, the way they play. It's just going to make for an entertaining game. So those two teams put on a classic. 89-88, Ashland would fall in 2 overtimes. Then Saturday just had a tough day, 81-56 at George Washington. Meanwhile, Tuesday, they would pick up a 66-54 win at home against a Raceland team that has improved tremendously over the course of the season, that have won 4 in a row, and last night dropped 75-74 to a Lawrence County team that is 17-10 and now they have won 8 of their last 9, so they're getting hot at the end of the year. Ashland at their best. Number 1, they're forcing turnovers. They're getting points off turnovers, second. In that 3-game stretch between Morgantown, George Washington, and Raceland over the last week. I have not seen the numbers in full from Lawrence County, but in that stretch, they shot 15% in the first half from 3-point range. And normally, of course, this is one of the top 20 shooting teams in the state of Kentucky from downtown, around almost 39%. Meanwhile, on the turnovers end, Ashland scored about 10 points off of turnovers in those games. Normally, they score 19 per game on that front from turnovers. So that's something I think the Tomcats are going to look to do as they're out here warming up now, and Bell County again taking the floor after a talk with Coach Sizemore in the back. The atmosphere here, there's a lot of people. We got a whole lot of people both sides are filled. We have, honestly, just given the way this one, the demographics, just as expected, not a lot in the house tonight. Bell has the side across from me nearly full, and the student section right below me to the right, and then in front of me full, almost all Bell County. So a huge crowd that they brought. They know they got a good opponent coming in tonight, especially tonight as they have both sides filled up. But blue chairs just on each side and brown bleachers toward the back end. I'm up top and kind of nice. I'm kind of isolated by myself up here and have a great mid-court view, though. And they treated me very well here, so very much appreciate their help with the rosters, with the pronunciations, and getting everything finalized for this pregame. We're going to take one final break and come back shortly here on 97.9 The River.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
Looking for a secure savings account? Come to Desco Federal Credit Union and explore our latest offers. With great rates and top-of-the-line personnel, Desco ensures your money for at least $1 million. Relax and put your money where you know it's safe and growing. Desco Federal Credit Union is located at 1211 Carter Avenue and other locations in Ohio and West Virginia. Stop in or go online. An account at Desco is just what you need. DescoFCU.org.
The Tomcats play here. 97.9 The River.
About 3 minutes until the introduction of the starting lineups. Here we're at Bell County High School as Ashland and Bell getting ready to tip off Ashland Tomcats basketball here on 97.9 The River. Tyler Rowland here, and I want to give a big shout-out and a special thank you to Lowell Austin, who is on production tonight. Much appreciation to him and all he's done for us this year, and as now the coaches for Bell, Coach Sizemore and company, and good to Coach Slusher. A big shout out and a thank you to him as well, Coach Slusher, who's very helpful talking with beforehand, and also to David, the PA announcer, who was very kind and had a good conversation with him. Told him how fun it was getting it's hard right now because being in tax season as a CPA, it's hard right now. It's harder to. Not as much time to study as I'd like to, but we're getting it done, and we're having a lot of fun doing it. The Tomcats here, as they're shooting around still, and again, you look at last night. I thought the second half, I thought Drew Smith defensively, I thought he stepped it up some, and I don't have the numbers on the rebounding, but a defensive rebounding percentage of 70% against Raceland. I don't know for Lawrence, but it was one of our better rebounding games this year. I just think if we can keep rebounding like that and get some of the stops that we need to get, that's going to have some good results for the Tomcats. They just have to keep fighting and keep pushing and, keep doing their very best to continue. You want to win, but you also want to learn at the same time, and that's why this schedule is set up the way it is for this team to learn. Want to give a shout-out to the Kittens tonight, the Kittens who are playing against Johnson Central at home, and that's Johnson Central, one of the top women's basketball teams in the 15th, so we're certainly rooting for the Kittens as they take on the Lady Eagles tonight. My good friend Chris Pullum doing that one. Meanwhile, for I want to give a shout-out to Gary Lewis, to Angie Lewis. I'm glad they're going to get a tune in tonight from home. It's good to hear both of them as now we're going to get ready to start this one shortly. We'll be back here shortly on 97.9 The River.
Tired of seeing those dings, dents, and scratches on your car? Then you need to see McLeod's Body Shop, your trusted partner for all things auto repair and restoration for 45 years. At McLeod's Body Shop, they're not just in the business of fixing cars, they're in the business of turning heads. Their team of skilled technicians are dedicated to bringing your vehicle back to its prime, no matter the make or model. From minor touch-ups to major overhauls, McLeod's Body Shop has you covered. McLeod's Body Shop says, go Tomcats.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that's built to last. KFB, the Better Bank, is proud to be your hometown community bank, serving neighbors, not numbers. We're here for all your financial needs today and well into the future. So if you're looking for a bank that's committed for the long haul, check out our Wheelersburg location today. KFB, the Better Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, Tomcat fans, it's wintertime once again. That means snow and ice. Ashland Milling Company, 50-pound bags of winter ice melt for $9.75. And for those of you who want a product that won't hurt your concrete, try 50-pound bags of calcium chloride, $24.95. Let Ashland Milling Company keep you safe from slipping and sliding this winter. Ashland Milling Company, proud sponsors of Ashland Tomcat Ball. Ashland Milling Company, proud sponsors of Ashland Tomcat Basketball. Go Tomcat! It's game time, and Food Fair has everything you need to feed your home team. From hand-battered chicken tenders and sauced wings to meatballs, party sliders, and fresh veggie trays. Food Fair makes hosting easy. Just order the perfect catering tray and pick it up at the deli counter. Some locations even have grab-and-go trays, and you're ready to serve. No cooking, no stress, just great food. Food Fair. Game time made easy. Get more at foodfairmarkets.com. Ashland Tomcat basketball action on 97.9 The River.
We'll be back here shortly with the tip-off here on 97.9 The River.
Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been providing accounting, tax, and attest services for the tri-state community and across the United States. Since 1951, individuals, medical practices, attorneys, corporations, Main Street businesses, local schools, and governments have relied on us for expert advice, tax preparation, and attest services. With offices in Ashland and Cincinnati, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby are here for your accounting and tax needs. For over 70 years, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been there for businesses in our community. They're here for yours, too. Call them and let Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby provide for the future of your business.
When the game is on the line, you need reliability and your trusted Toyota dealer. Drive home a winner with Toyota of Ashland. Visit them at 3503 Winchester Avenue, Ashland, Kentucky. Give them a call at 606-744-2727 or online at toyotaofashland.com.
At Members Choice Credit Union, we believe your money should give you choices. That's why we've created My Choice accounts. Checking, cashback, and savings designed to match the way you live. Whether you're focused on building savings, managing your day-to-day spending, or planning ahead for the future, My Choice gives you the flexibility to do it your way. Take control and make choices that fits you best. Members Choice Credit Union, your money, your future, your choice. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Drive home a winner all season long with your trusted Toyota dealer, Toyota of Ashland. Visit them at 3503 Winchester Avenue, Ashland, Kentucky. Give them a call at 606-744-2727 or visit them at toyotaofashland.com. They look forward to seeing you soon. Metro Community Federal Credit Union now brings you all the tech that big banks have, but still has that personal touch of a member-owned community credit union. Apple Pay? Got it. Digital wallet? Yep. Message pay by text? Online loan payments? Even chatting with a real person, not a bot. Open accounts, sign documents, and manage your money all online. It's the big bank tech you need from the local community-minded credit union you trust. Metro Community FCU. Visit metrocommunityfcu.com today.
Ashland Tomcat basketball action on 97.9 The River.
Hey, Bell County just honored Blake Burnett, their all-time leading scorer now, and who just scored his 2,000th career point. Congratulations to him. As Ashland introducing the starters for tonight, Elijah Neal averaging 16 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists per game. Drew Smith coming in, averaging 18 points, averaging 4 rebounds per game. And then there's Justin Hughes, averaging 8 points, 5 rebounds a game. Elijah Owens averaging 11 points, 4 rebounds a game, and Caleb Clark averaging 20 points and 6 rebounds per game. Bell County will send out their lineup as they are sending their team out. The light's going out on me here, so we're going to get my, not that I didn't expect that with some of the, as we see, we're going to get my light ready to go here, as that's going to be for the Bobcats of Bell County. It's going to be number 0, Caden Huff, the senior at 6'2". Number 2, Braxton Ferguson, the freshman, 6'2". Number 5, Blake Burnett, the 6'2 senior. Number 11, Jackson Thomas, the 5'8 junior. And number 34, Ethan Buell, the 6'5 junior. So, again, Bell coming out as they have some young guys that, like we said before, can get it done out here. As now they're going to come to the court as now Ashland, their maroon jerseys with white, maroon jerseys with white trim on the road. They'll be going from left to right on your dial. Bell County wearing their home white jerseys with blue trim. They will be going right to left on your dial. The big cursive Cats logo at the middle of the court in blue. It displays pretty much, you could say, a sea of blue in a way. A lot of blue here, the Bell County Bobcats colors, as they're going to step up here. Get ready to start this one. Friday night basketball here as the Tomcats take on Bell County. That's going to be Buell and Clark going at midcourt for the tip-off. And the official motions back. I'm not sure. Official step to the our side. Here we go. Now we're ready to tip off. Clark and Buell going at it. It's tipped up, back, and into the hands of Neal. He's going to run up. No score so far. Neal, Bell County coming out. That's going to be like it looks like a box of one. Coach Bonner said they running that. Kind of looking to see, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're shadowing Drew Smith. Neal over to Hughes, far side. No score so far. Hughes is going to dribble up top and throw it to Neal between the circles. He's going to go to the elbow to Hughes, to Clark. Open three. Got it. Caleb Clark. Nice ball movement from the Tomcats early, and Clark gets his first three. 3-0 Ashland here with 7:24 to go in the first. Buell up top against Clark. Gives it back up to Burnett and over to Ferguson. He's going to dribble against Owens. Ashland in a man-to-man. 3-0 Tomcats so far, as Burnett that's going to handle it up top against Smith. He's going to dribble, pick it up, and lob it to Buell at between the circles. He's going to fake, drive in on Clark, cut off, and loses the handle, picks it up. Smith deflects it and takes it. Turnover Bell County, 3-0 Ashland, 6:55 to go in the first. Smith to Hughes to Neal. Neal's going to drive in, out to Hughes, and over to Clark, far wing. Hughes up the top. Will hand it back to Clark. Back over to Hughes, near side, and over to Clark. Box and one still from Bell. They are putting a man on Drew Smith, probably due to his three-point shooting. As Neal's going to dribble up top, 3-0 Ashland. He drives in, throws it out to Hughes. Hughes picks up his dribble at the elbow, gives it to Owens. He drives in, crafty move, misses it inside. Buell with the rebound. 3-0 Ashland, 6:17 to go in the first. As Burnett now will bring it up, screen coming from Huff. A double screen coming, Burnett to the near wing. 3-0 Ashland here early. Burnett dribbles to the top of the key, drives in on Clark, goes up, tough shot, got it to go. So Huff on the board, it's 3-2 Ashland with 6 minutes to go in the first. Neal to Clark, back over to Neal, top of the key to Clark. Wing three off, tipped up, and taken away by Neal. He's going to feed it out, and a foul called against Bell. And that's going to go, I believe, against Buell. We'll see the official call. Or no, that's going to go against Huff. So that'll be Huff's first and the team's first. 5:50 to go in the first. Ashland 3-2. Neal to inbound baseline. He finds Owens, far wing three. Got it! Elijah Owens with his first bucket, and it's a three. 6-2 Ashland. 5:42 to go in the first. Burnett dribbles up. He's going to go around Hughes, dribble back to the near wing. Now he's going to post up. Hughes on the block. He's cut off, gives it to a cutting Ferguson. He goes up, misses. Rebound brought down by Owens. 6-2 Ashland, 5:25 in the first. Smith from the near wing. dribbles it back out. He's doubled. Owens, another three, missed it, and it's going to go over the backboard and back to Bell. 5:17 to go in the first. Ashland ahead 6-2. Bell running a box and one on the Tomcats right now. As Burnett's going to dribble it up. The 6'2 senior, honored for his 2,000th point tonight. He's going to throw it over to Buell. Buell dribbles around. Owens strips it out, and it goes into the hands of Thomas. Back up top to Burnett. Screen from Buell coming. Burnett goes around into the lane untouched. Blows by Neal, scores and gets fouled. So that's going to be the first bucket for Burnett, and he's going to have a chance for one more. 6-4 Ashland with 4:57 to go in the first. That's going to be Neal's first and the team's first. Each team with one right now, as that's going to send Burnett to the free throw line, and his free throw will be put up, and it's going to go. 6-5 Ashland here with 4:55 to go in the first. As Elijah Neal will walk it up. He's going to dribble at midcourt. Bell County now extending out into a man-to-man look. As Neal gives it to Hughes, far corner. Ashland 6'5 right now. Neal, far wing, jab steps, dribbles inside. Buell, good defense out to Hughes. Hughes guarded by Burnett. He's going to lob it to Neal. Neal, Buell leaves him unguarded. He drives inside and feeds it to Smith. He goes up, and a push foul called on Bell. And that's going to go against Thomas. That's going to be his first, the team's second. 6'5 Ashland with 4:23 to go here in the first. O'Neal will inbound from under the bucket. He's going to slap, and he's going to get it to Clark near corner. Man-to-man from Bell. Clark going to dribble up to the wing and throw it to Smith between the circles. High pass to Neal. He gets it. And cutting Clark. Misses it. Give me inside. Burnett on the run. He's guarded by Hughes down court. 6'5 Ashland still. 4:05 to go in the first. They're going to double Burnett. He throws it down to Buell. He fakes the three. Steps back. Misses it. It's tipped up, but Ferguson secures the rebound. And he's fouled. Ashland wanted a jump ball. That's going to go on. We're going to see who that's going to be on. That's going to go against Cece. That's going to be Clark's first. So Caleb Clark will get his first foul, the team's second. 6'5 Ashland, 3:57 to go in the first. As it's lobbed into Buell underneath, he goes up and gets it to go. Buell, a big body on the inside, 6'5", and he gets that one over Clark. 7-6 Bell, their first lead. 3:46 to go in the first. Owens at the top of the key. And now Ashland will bring it out. Smith, Bell back to more of a matchup type zone as Neal from the far corner gets it to go. Bell out of miscommunication. Neal comes up and hits the three. Ashland's third. 9-7. The Tomcats lead with 3:25 to go in the first. Burnett back to Ferguson. He's guarded by Owens. Up top, a man-to-man from Ashland. He lobs it over to Burnett on the elbow. He's going to post up Hughes. Is open for three, and he gets it to go. Wide open, the 5'8 junior guard, and Bell with three guys that shoot in the 40s from downtown. They lead 10-9 with 3:03 to go in the first. Neal up top. All three of Ashland's buckets, threes. Hughes far wing, up to Neal and over to Smith. Bell now more of a 1-2-2 look as Neal drives it, gives it back to Smith behind him. His three, good! Drew Smith. Ashland 4 buckets, all of them 3-pointers. It's 12-10 Ashland, 2:40 to go in the first. As Burnett's going to jog it up. He's going to be met by Hughes at the 3-point line. They lobs it over to Buell at the elbow. Pitch back to Burnett. His three off. Rebound. Smith secures it. And, I thought they reached. No call. As Neal, a dive to the floor. A jump ball called. I thought Drew got grabbed on the wrist there and lost the ball because of that. And the ball came out, hit the floor. Neal clapping, so something must have gone Ashland's way. Or no, they're going to say a jump ball. The way he looked, I thought something went Ashland's way. That's going to give it back to Bell. Burnett now will inbound from under the bucket. 12-10 Ashland, 2:25 to go in the first. He's going to inbound it, find Ferguson in the near corner. Ferguson drives inside, lays it up, misses it. Buell there to tip it, missed it. Fight for the loose ball. Ferguson comes down, whistle blows, jump ball, going to go to Ashland. So 2:16 to go in the first quarter. It's 12-10 Ashland. Neal now with the basketball. It's going to have Thomas guarding him full court. As he's going to dribble it up, Clark comes up to set a screen. And Neal against the 5'8 Thomas inside, loses a handle, but lobs it out to Smith. 2 minutes to go in the first, 12-10 Ashland. Smith inside, turnaround jumper, bounces off, rebound by Ferguson. 12-10 Ashland, 1:51 to go in the first. Burnett, they're going to switch Owens on him. Burnett dribbles at the logo, and he's going to pick it up, give it over to Thomas, open three. Bounces everywhere and off into the hands of Clark. No, Thomas is going to get it, and it's taken out by Neal, and a jump ball called. That's going to keep it with Bells. We've had 3 jump balls over the last minute. As now checking in for Bell is Gavin Burton, the 6'5 junior. And it's going to be inbounded underneath by Burnett. Corner 3 from Buell off. Clark with the rebound. 12-10 Ashland, 1:28 to go in the first. Smith on the run against Burnett. He's cut off. He's going to dribble it back out and give it to Clark. Clark over to Hughes near side. Back to Clark at midcourt. He's going to step up, drive in on Buell to the bucket, go up, and score. That's the first 2 for Ashland. Cece has 5. Now it's 14-10 Tomcats, 1:08 to go in the first. Burnett's going to walk it up, and he's going to be met by Hughes. Bell, a good cutting basketball team. Ferguson on the near wing. Drives inside. It's poked out. Cece gets it. Cece one-on-one against Burnett. Stripped out, but it goes into the hands of Owens. Back up top. Neal. Extra pass to Smith. His 3 off the front of the rim. Rebound goes out. Owens collects it for Ashland. Owens up to Smith. He's going to jab step, go off the screen, and be met by Thomas. Smith drives, gives it to Clark, over to Hughes, 14-10 Ashland. Owens drives inside. It's stripped out. It's going to stay with the Tomcats. As it's with 34.7 seconds to go in the first, Ashland ahead 14-10. We're going to take a break and come back. 30-second timeout by Bell here on 97.9 The River.
Hey, Tomcat fans, it's wintertime once again. That means snow and ice. Ashland Milling Company, 50-pound bags of winter ice melt for $9.75. And for those of you who want a product that won't hurt your concrete, try 50-pound bags of calcium chloride, $24.95. Let Ashland Milling Company keep you safe from slipping and sliding this winter. Ashland Milling Company, proud sponsors of Ashland Tomcat Ball. Ashland Milling Company, proud sponsors of Ashland Tomcat basketball. Go Tomcats!
The Tomcats play here. 97.9 The River.
14-10 Ashland with 34.7 to go in the first. And a scrappy game so far. We had 3 jump balls in the span of a minute. Both teams diving on the ball. If that ball hits the floor, so do all the bodies. As now Ashland, though, 4 of their 5 buckets are threes, and it's been all by different players so far. Clark's hit 1, Neal's hit 1, Smith's hit 1, Owens has hit 1. Neal the inbound from under the bucket. As he's going to come in, he's going to lob it back to Hughes. And over to Neal, wide open near corner 3. Got it! Neal with the second 3-pointer, and Ashland takes a 17-10 lead with 25 seconds to go in the first. Ferguson's going to walk it up against Owens as they set up Burnett, far wing. I'm telling you, this Bell County team does a great job cutting and screening. Burnett will dribble up top, and he's going to go around the screen. Ashland's going to double him. He's not going to lob him. No, Thomas open in the corner. His 3 good. And that's not a cat you want going. Thomas gets 2 of them. Ashland down court. Hughes nearly throws it off the rim. And that does it for the first. Ashland leading 17-13 over Bell. We're going to take a break here and come back. You're listening to 97.9 The River.
When the game is on the line, you need reliability and your trusted Toyota dealer. Drive home a winner with Toyota of Ashland. Visit them at 3503 Winchester Avenue, Ashland, Kentucky. Give them a call at 606-744-2727 or online at toyotaofashland.com.
At Members Choice Credit Union, we believe your money should give you choices. That's why we've created My Choice accounts. Checking, cashback, and savings designed to match the way you live. Whether you're focused on building savings, managing your day-to-day spending, or planning ahead for the future, My Choice gives you the flexibility to do it your way. Take control and make choices that fits you best. Members Choice Credit Union, your money, your future, your choice. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Drive home a winner all season long with your trusted Toyota dealer, Toyota of Ashland. Visit them at 3503 Winchester Avenue, Ashland, Kentucky. Give them a call at 606-744-2727 or visit them at toyotaofashland.com. They look forward to seeing you soon.
The Tomcats play here. 97.9 The River.
Ashland leading Bell County 17-13, the end of one. The Tomcats with 5 3-pointers so far, an impressive showing. But what's impressing me so far is their ball movement. They're not scoring so much on getting fast break opportunities. They're scoring by swinging the ball side to side and finding the open man, making the extra pass. So proud of how they come in tonight. Clark will inbound from midcourt on the opposite side. It's Clark. It's Neal, Smith, Owens, and Hughes coming in for the Tomcats. Neal will dribble it against Thomas. Thomas 5'8", but a heck of a scrapper. Neal drives inside out to Clark. He's going to lob it to Hughes. Far corner three up, and it's going to bounce. Ooh, just bounces off. Bounced up, and bounced off. As now Ferguson will jog it up for Bell County. He's met by Owens, and Ferguson gets it inside. They go to Burnett, high post. He's going to go against Hughes, doubled, and he goes up, powers it in. Burnett with 5, 17-15 Bell, Ashland over Bell, but Bell on a 5-0 run. Smith now will take it, and he's going to drive in on Burnett. Out to Clark, up top to Neal. Neal against Thomas, feeds it out. Hughes is going to drive inside, give it out to Clark. Clark over to Hughes. Hughes turns on the Jets, lays it up and in. Justin Hughes with his first bucket. 19-15 Ashland, 7:06 to go in the second. Burnett now will jog it up. He's going to go past the 10-second stripe, give it to Ferguson. Ferguson, guarded by Owens. The two superstar freshmen going at it as he's going to dribble back to the timeline. And they're built very similar, too. Ferguson drives, Ashland switches Clark on him. He loses the handle. Owens picks it up. Third Bell County turnover as Neal will get it for Ashland. 19-15 Tomcats, 6:40 to go here in the second. Neal's going to dribble it up. He's going to be met by Burnett, as he's going to give it back to Smith. Smith against Thomas. Going to drive it inside. Smith to the bucket. He goes up and scores. Drew Smith. Height advantage there, and he gets his second bucket. 21-15 Ashland, 6:16 to go in the second. Burnett against Clark up top. He's going to drive it and give it over to Buell. Buell against CC. They switch CC on him. Over to Thomas, 21-15 Ashland. Thomas back out to Ferguson, far wing. He's going to dribble up top and give it out to Buell. Buell drives in on Caleb Clark with steam. It's deflected out, and it hits. It's going to say it went off CC's knee, and that's going to stay with Bell County. As now checking back in for Bell, Caden Huff. Out will go Buell. So Bell going, they went from their bigger lineup with Burton and Buell both at 6'5", now have Huff back there, so just one big on the floor for the Bobcats. 21-15 Ashland, 5:56 to go in the second. Inside they go. Ooh, missed a gimme, but tipped up and in. I think that was Burnett. That was Burnett or Huff that had. They're giving it to Burnett. I don't think they were so sure either. As Hughes steps up to the elbow, gives it back to Smith, 21-17 Ashland. Smith over to Hughes, far side. He's going to dribble up, go to the elbow, drive it inside, lay it up, and get it to go. Justin Hughes, his second bucket. He has 4. 23-17 Ashland with 5:25 to go in the second. They're playing awfully off of Hughes so far. As now Burnett. Screen coming up top. They're going to double Burnett near midcourt, and he gives it over to Ferguson on the near wing. Ferguson against Owens drives it in. He goes up, misses off the front. It's tipped out, and it's going to go back to Ashland with 5:08 to go in the second. 23-17, Tomcats leading. As now in for Bell County. Back in will come Buell. So now out will go Jackson Thomas, the three-point shooter with 2 threes so far. So again with 2 6'5" bigs on the court as Bell, as Drew Smith's going to bring it up. Ashland up 23-17 in the second. Hughes is going to drive in, give it out to Neal. His 3. Yes, sir! Neal, 3 threes. It's 26-17. Tomcats, the team 6 with 4:50 to go here in the second. As now on the far side, Burnett's going to dribble up. Screen coming up top from Buell. He goes around. They're going to double Burnett. Throws it to Buell. He's got it far corner. He goes to Ferguson. Drives it inside. Lays it up and in. The freshman gets his first bucket. It's 26-19 Ashland here in the second. Neal back to Smith. Smith's going to jab step Ferguson and step back out. Bell in a man-to-man. As now Neal, as he's guarded by Burnett. Neal with 3 threes so far. He's going to dribble up top. Neal about a 36% three-point shooter. He's going to step up, throw it to Hughes far corner, drives inside, loses the handle, gives it back to Neal. Neal is going to dribble on the far wing and go back up top with 4:06 to go here in the second. 26-19 Ashland. Hughes for 3. He got it. That's 7 of them for Ashland. Justin Hughes, 29-19 Ashland. 3:57 to go here in the second. Burnett dribbles it up far side. 3:52 to go. Burnett against Owens now. Ashland going to an extended 2-3. As that's going to be handled by Buell up top and back to Burnett. Burnett, they're going to throw it over to Huff and back to Burnett at the top of the zone. Over to Ferguson on the wing. He's going to dribble up top, back to Burnett. Burnett back to Ferguson. And he's going to throw it back to Burnett. Fakes the 3, does Burnett. Drives into the teeth of the zone. Feeds it over to Huff and back to Burnett. Inside out. And he's going to dribble back up top. 29-19 Ashland, 3:21 to go in the second. Buell goes up, and he's blocked by CC. Smith on the run. Smith drives inside, goes up with the bucket. Oh, it just rolled off. He almost got that bad boy to go. And that's going to send Drew Smith coming up to the free throw line for the Tomcats. That's going to go against Burnett. That's his first and the team's first. We've had a combined 5 fouls so far tonight. Both teams, they're letting them play here as Smith's going to go for 2 coming up. He's a 73% free throw shooter. First one goes 30-17 or 30-19 Ashland leading, as now out goes Burton for Bell County, the 6'5 junior. In comes Thomas, the 5'8 junior. One more for Smith, 30-19 Ashland. That one goes. Smith 2 for 2 on that trip. 31-19 Ashland. 3:11 to go in the second. Burnett's going to bring it up and give it to Ferguson far side. Back up top to Burnett. 2-3 from Ashland. Ferguson and back up to Burnett. He's going to dribble around, give it to Ferguson. Back up top to Burnett. He's going to dribble around the near wing, give it to Burnett. Oh, nearly lost his footing. Burnett's going to take it. Back to Ferguson up top. He's going to dribble, throw it to Thomas and to Burnett in the near corner. Burnett navigates and feeds it inside to Huff. Back out to Burnett. He's going to drive inside. Burnett, jumper up. It's off. Rebound by Smith. 31-19 Ashland. 2:33 to go in the second. Neal is going to bring it up on Thomas. Hit the cutting Owens. He goes up and it's blocked. Rebound by Owens. Out to Neal. His 3. Oh, missed. Rebound goes off and goes out. And they're going to say that's off of Ashland. 2:21 to go here in the second. 31-19. Tomcats leading. It's been 7 3-pointers for the Tomcats, and Ryan Bonner is going to call a timeout. It's going to be a full. We're going to take it to 31-19 Ashland. 2:21 to go in the second here on 97.9 The River.
It's game time, and Food Fair has everything you need to feed your home team. From hand-battered chicken tenders and sauced wings to meatballs, party sliders, and fresh veggie trays. Food Fair makes hosting easy. Just order the perfect catering tray and pick it up at the deli counter. Some locations even have grab-and-go trays, and you're ready to serve. No cooking, no stress, just great food. Food Fair. Game time made easy. Get more at foodfairmarkets.com.
Looking for fast, easy, and secure electronic banking? Community Trust Bank has a wide variety of banking services to meet your needs, including internet banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. We have even more great services like Apple Pay and Google Pay. Make payments directly from your smartphone. And Zelle, a fast, easy, secure way to send and receive money from your smartphone. Visit us on the internet at ctbi.com or stop by and see us at one of our 79 branch offices.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ashland Tomcat basketball action on 97.9 The River.
31-19 Ashland, 2:21 to go here in the second. Bell bringing out their whole team to the court for the chairs for the timeout. Some neat methods here. I'll talk a little bit more on that in halftime. But Tomcats right now I'm happy that we've hit 7 3-pointers, but I'm more happy with how well they have swung the ball around side to side. And this is a very good defensive Bell County team. Ashland full court man-to-man. It's thrown into Buell up top. He's guarded by Cece. He's going to dribble it up, go to the far side to the corner. Nearly lost the handle. He's going to hang on to it. He's going to try to drive in on Cece. Posts him up. Neal deflects it, but Buell hangs on. Out to Thomas, who's guarded by Smith. Up top to Ferguson. And thrown back to Burnett. 2 minutes to go in the second. It's 31-19 Ashland. Burnett thrown over to Thomas, who's guarded by Neal. Man-to-man from Ashland. Ferguson, top of the key three. It's off. Neal skies up for the rebound. 31-19 Ashland. Hughes dribbles up. Out to Owens. His three off. And Owens got fouled. A foul called, and if that's on Burnett, that's going to be as is. That's going to be Burnett's second. That is Burnett. Let me tell you, that kid is special. He can get going. So Burnett, we'll see what Bell decides to do. 1:44 to go in the second quarter. 31-19. Ashland leading Bell. Owens has 3 free throws. He's about a 64% free throw shooter. He's going to miss the first. 2 more coming up for Owens. 31-19 Ashland. 1:44 to go in the second. Like I said, this is a Bell County team that's scored well over 70 points on many occasions. But again, a lot of basketball left, and Owens is going to miss the second. 1 more coming up for Owens. 31-19 Ashland. Here with 1:44 to go in the second. I'll get refocused there. His third free throw, he's going to get that. So Owens goes 1 for 3. He has 4 right now. 32-19 Ashland. 1:41 to go in the second. Burnett now brings it up against Hughes. Screen coming from Huff. Double screen now as Buell jumps in. He's going to get the basketball up top. Just Buell over to Huff and over to Burnett, far wing. Up top, Ferguson thinking about it, guarded by Owens. He's going to drive around, give it out to Buell. He fakes the 3, drives in. It's taken away by Owens. He's going to drive in. Owens against Burnett, spins, turns, misses the lay-in. Clark there to get it. 34-19 Ashland here in the second quarter. Cece with 7. Bell with 4 turnovers now as Burnett drives in on Hughes. Neal strips it out, and he picks up his second foul with 1:07 to go here in the second. 34-19 Ashland. So Neal's going to get his second there. So Neal with 2 for Ashland and Burnett with 2 for Bell. So each of the team's 2 starting point guards. That's going to send Burnett to the line for 2. And Blake Burnett on the season is a 75.8% free throw shooter. He's going to hit the first. He hit one earlier on an and-one opportunity, and he's got 1 more coming up. Burnett with 7. Jalen Strader will come in for Ashland. Out will go Neal. And they're sending the big man, they're sending Burton in for Bell County. They're going to send him back. Ferguson going out, probably going more of a defensive look. Here is now the second shot coming up for Burnett. 34-20 Ashland, 1:07 to go in the second. As Burnett's got 1 more coming up. Like I said, I've seen this Bell County team, folks. They're explosive. But I hope we keep moving the ball like this second half. Burnett, his second shot. It's going to go nothing but net. Burnett with 9. As now Smith, Bell 3 of 3 from the line, all 3 Burnett. Strader at 103. He's guarded by Thomas up top. He's going to give a dribble around, give it to Smith. 34-21 Ashland. Strader against Thomas. Throws it cross court to Smith. He's going to feed it to Clark. Elbow. Give it to Owens on the outside. Drives inside. Out to Hughes. His 3. In and out. CC tips it up, and it goes over to Burnett. 34-21 Ashland with 39 seconds to go in the half. Burnett dribbles up. He's going to go around Clark, picks up his dribble, and he's trying to get it in, but actually finds a cutter, and Buell puts it up and in. You got to stay with him. Buell on the backdoor cut, his second bucket. 34-23 Ashland, 22 seconds to go in the half. Strader, far side, back to Smith, and back to Strader. Ashland at 15, at 14, at 13. Smith at 12, at 11. And over to Strader at 10, at 9. Ashland up 11. Smith at 8, at 7, at 6. Smith at 5. Hughes at 4. Clark at 3, at 2. Fakes, and he's called for traveling. So Bell's going to have, and that's only the second Ashland turnover I have. 3.6 seconds to go. Bell's going to have to go to the length of the court and a timeout, or are they going to take a timeout? No, they're going to inbound from in front of their own bench. 3.3 seconds to go. Ferguson now checking in. Out will go Burton. So now it's going to be the 6'5" Buell inbounding. Ashland going to go full court. He's going to get Ferguson and does. And it goes off Ferguson hands and back to Ashland. 2.8 seconds to go. The Tomcats will have it. And it's that chance to score here as they're right in front of the Bell bench. So, I mean, they're going to get set up. Smith will inbound. 2.8 to go. He finds Owens. Owens at 2 at 1. Back to Smith at the buzzer from nearly midcourt. And, they're going to say he deflected it. They might have gotten him on the wrist, but I did not see that. That's what Bonner was wanting. But that's going to be the end of the first half. Ashland 34-23. We're going to take a break and come back here shortly. You're listening to 97.9 The River.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
Primary Plus is invested in your health and invested in the health of our communities. With over 14 primary care locations throughout our network, including locations in Ashland, Grayson, South Shore, Vanceburg, and Moorhead, we are more than just a healthcare provider. We are a doctor in the family, caring for every stage of life, including pediatrics, women's health, primary care, mental health, and on-site pharmacies that are open with affordable pricing and exceptional service. Primary Plus is always welcoming new patients. Visit primaryplus.net to learn more about our mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care.
Looking for a secure savings account? Come to Desco Federal Credit Union and explore our latest offers. With great rates and top-of-the-line personnel, Desco insures your money for at least $1 million. Relax and put your money where you know it's safe and growing. Desco Federal Credit Union is located at 1211 Carter Avenue and other locations in Ohio and West Virginia. Stop in or go online. An account at Desco is just what you need. DescoFCU.org.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that's built to last. KFB, the Better Bank, is proud to be your hometown community bank, serving neighbors, not numbers. We're here for all your financial needs today and well into the future. So if you're looking for a bank that's committed for the long haul, check out our Wheelersburg location today. KFB, the Better Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ashland Tomcat basketball action on 97.9 The River.
Wow, the Tomcats have come in the first half. They're leading Bell County 34-23. Ashland right now, I have the Tomcats at 2 turnovers. I'm hoping they're going to play this second half like they did the first. I know Bell was going to make an adjustments. This is a very well-coached basketball team, so I know that they're going to come back out and fight that second half. It's not going to be easy. They run a box and one. They run some different defenses on Ashland, but this is a Bell County team that averages 72 points a game. Right now they have 23 on the night. I mean, they're holding Ashland below their average around 76 to be fair. But I mean, if Ashland continues this pace, it'll be 68. But this is the best ball movement that we have seen from Ashland this year. I mean, very impressive that first half. They did a great job setting each other up as a team, moving it around, and at the end of the first, lead 34-23, and a big part of that has been the three-point shooting for Ashland. We're going to look through as Bell is honoring some of their high scores here tonight. We're going to start with Bell County. Huff has 2, Ferguson has 2, Thomas has 2 threes, and Burnett has 9. Buell with 4 for Bell County. Comparing some numbers, Ferguson has 2. He averages almost 14 a game for the Bobcats. Buell has 4. He averages almost 17 a game for the Bobcats. Now, I think Buell can really get in there and cause some problems. Buell at 6'5", and he got going a little bit late in the first half off a backdoor cut. But one thing to watch with this Bell team, They screen effectively. They do a great job hitting each other in stride on their passes, and their cuts to the back are I'm so impressed with just how disciplined they are with that offense. But Ashland doing a great job, I think, getting a man in front. Coach Bonner has made some great defensive adjustments, I feel like, just enough to keep Bell guessing. They've forced 5 turnovers so far. And now to get into some numbers for the Tomcats are scoring. First off, Hughes has 7. He has a 3-pointer. Neal has 9, and it's all on 3-pointers. Elijah Owens has 4. He has a 3 as well. Smith has 7, including a 3-pointer. And Caleb Clark has 7, and he had a 3 to open the game up. I thought that was a big statement to start it off. So it's 34-23 Ashland. We're going to take a break and come back shortly. You're listening to 97.9 The River.
Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been providing accounting, tax, and attest services for the tri-state community and across the United States. Since 1951, individuals, medical practices, attorneys, corporations, Main Street businesses, local schools, and governments have relied on us for expert advice, tax preparation, and attest services. With offices in Ashland and Cincinnati, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby are here for your accounting and tax needs. For over 70 years, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been there for businesses in our community. They're here for yours, too. Call them and let Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby provide for the future of your business.
Tired of seeing those dings, dents, and scratches on your car? Then you need to see McLeod's Body Shop, your trusted partner for all things auto repair and restoration for 45 years. At McLeod's Body Shop, they're not just in the business of fixing cars. They're in the business of turning heads. Their team of skilled technicians are dedicated to bringing your vehicle back to its prime, no matter the make or model. From minor touch-ups to major overhauls, McLeod's Body Shop has you covered. McLeod's Body Shop says, go Tomcats.
Hey, Tomcat fans, it's wintertime once again. That means snow and ice. Ashland Milling Company, 50-pound bags of winter ice melt for $9.75. And for those of you who want a product that won't hurt your concrete, try 50-pound bags of calcium chloride, $24.95. Let Ashland Milling Company keep you safe from slipping and sliding this winter. Ashland Milling Company, proud sponsors of Ashland Tomcat Ball. Ashland Milling Company, proud sponsors of Ashland Tomcat Basketball. Go Tomcats!
Metro Community Federal Credit Union now brings you all the tech that big banks have, but still has that personal touch of a member-owned community credit union. Apple Pay? Got it. Digital wallet? Yep. Message pay by text, online loan payments, even chatting with a real person, not a bot. Open accounts, sign documents, and manage your money all online. It's the big bank tech you need from the local community-minded credit union you trust. Metro Community FCU. Visit metrocommunityfcu.com today.
It's game time, and Food Fair has everything you need to feed your home team. From hand-battered chicken tenders and sauced wings to meatballs, party sliders, and fresh veggie trays. Food Fair makes hosting easy. Just order the perfect catering tray and pick it up at the deli counter. Some locations even have grab-and-go trays, and you're ready to serve. No cooking, no stress, just great food. Food Fair. Game time made easy. Get more at foodfairmarkets.com.
At Members Choice Credit Union, we believe your money should give you choices. That's why we've created My Choice accounts. Checking, cashback, and savings designed to match the way you live. Whether you're focused on building savings, managing your day-to-day spending, or planning ahead for the future, My Choice gives you the flexibility to do it your way. Take control and make choices that fits you best. Members Choice Credit Union, your money, your future, your choice. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Primary Plus is invested in your health and invested in the health of our communities. With over 14 primary care locations throughout our network, including locations in Ashland, Grayson, South Shore, Vanceburg, and Moorhead, we are more than just a healthcare provider. We are a doctor in the family, caring for every stage of life, including pediatrics, women's health, primary care, mental health, and on-site pharmacies that are open with affordable pricing and exceptional service. Primary Plus is always welcoming new patients. Visit primaryplus.net to learn more about our mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care.
Ready to jumpstart your future? Ashland Community and Technical College is now enrolling for classes starting March 16th. It's the perfect chance to pick up a new skill, strengthen your resume, or take the next step toward the career you want. Whether you're starting fresh or coming back to school, ACTC makes it affordable, flexible, and focused on your success. Don't wait. Call 606-326-2040 or visit ashland.kctcs.edu to get started today.
Life is full of twists and turns. Make sure you're protected with Partners Insurance and Financial Services. From home and auto to life and business insurance, we're here to help you plan, protect, and prosper. Our experienced team works with top providers to find the coverage that fits your life and your budget. And when it comes to your financial future, we're right there with you every step of the way. Partners Insurance and Financial Services, your partner in peace of mind. Call or visit us online today. Let's build your future together. Search Partners Insurance and Financial Services.
Think you've tasted a great chocolate-covered cherry? Just wait until you taste one from Tibbenham Chocolates. Confectioner Michelle Hill's refined Old Family recipe will be the best chocolate-covered cherry you've ever tasted. Tibbenham Chocolates make wonderful gifts, too. Pickup locations are the Wild Ramp in LaFontaine's in Huntington, Oodles in Hurricane, West Virginia Quilt Shop in Barbersville, and Candy Landing at Camp Landing in Ashland. To order, visit chocolatecoveredcherries.com or call West Virginia Quilt Shop at 304-302-5400.
The Tomcats play here. 97.9 The River.
We're back. It's 34-23. Ashland leading over Bell County at halftime. And, wow, I mean, I'm just this Ashland team, what a difference 24 hours makes. And looking at that, from last night, when I saw that, call, because I know one thing we talked about, was it a walk that should have been called on Owens? That was one thing I wanted to mention. Honestly, it's kind of iffy, but I think they should have let that go based on what a little bit. I mean, it's more so I talk to coaches, talk to different people. Looking back at it, there were some things that went on last night, just some unorthodox things, some of the turnovers Ashland had, and I kind of called it 50-50 on that call. Let's say it was legit, then, if it is what it is. But, it's Ashland, I feel like, needed – this team still has some learning to do. And tonight, 24 hours later, they come in and play possibly their best first half of basketball all year. Now, I know they didn't score 48 points like they did at Boyd County, but Bell County does a great job getting back. Ashland, I don't think Ashland at this point has, a bucket. Well, has 2 points in transition. And really, that was more second chance when Owens missed that. Clark did a great job hustling back and got the tip in. But right now, Bell has not really pressured Ashland in ways, and I think that we're going to see the second half. They're going to apply some pressure to the Tomcats, as that's going to be as Bell continue to honor their basketball homecoming court. But Ashland, again, this second half, they're going to challenge them. They're going to put pressure on them, and they're going to cause a lot of problems, I think. And we'll see how the Tomcats respond. This is a tough environment. It's a road game. So far, the crowd kept down. Bell's lone lead has been at 7-6. And the Tomcats had their biggest lead at 34-19, where they led 10-9, and then actually Bell did lead 10-9. They led 7-6 and 10-9. So those are the two leads Bell had in the first half. Meanwhile, for the Tomcats, it's been the three-point shooting, but I partially credit that to. They're having a good shooting night, but I think that they're also doing a great job moving the ball around the arc and getting each other open on that. So definitely a move in the right direction against one of the 13th best. But, again, we got a whole another half to play. I want to talk a little bit about the JV game. Bell would win that one 38-29 as they'll run through some numbers for the Tomcats. Jalen Strader finished up, and I'm proud of their effort tonight. They just went stone cold in that second half. Tied it once, but just couldn't get it going in their direction. As now the second, but looking at the numbers, Strader finished the game with 7. Chandler Kaiser had 4. Braylon Wilson finished with 11, including 3 threes. And Jamari Stoke finished with 6. He's getting better and better. As now the Tomcats will, again, the JV team at 8-4 right now. So the Bell now trailing Ashland the varsity level, 34-23 at halftime. But the JV team, first off they're missing River Lynch, and that really hurts River, who's been a great asset for them, and he's been out with his knee, no timetable for his return. River, we love you. We wish you a speedy recovery, my man, the whole Lynch family. We love you all. Want to give a shout-out and much love to, I want to talk about Joe and Tony Bonner and just say how much I love and appreciate them and all they do at the games for us here. And Joe always comes up to me, and he'll always ask me, like, if I want anything to drink or something like that at the games. Just a kind man that goes out of his way, and him and Tony both that go out of their way to do a lot of great things for people. And they take it the extra notch, Joe and Tony do. And I think that reflects in Ryan and Luke and Erica and all three of them. They're very nice and kind people. As now we're going to take our last break here for a couple minutes, as we'll have 3 minutes put up on the clock, 34-23. Ashland leading at halftime at Bell County. We'll be back shortly on 97.9 The River.
Choosing a healthcare career can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone. For years, Collins Career Technical Center and Mount West Community and Technical College have worked together to guide students through their respiratory therapy and radiologic technology programs. You start at Mount West, then move to hands-on training at Collins. Graduate with an associate degree and industry credentials. Backed by a team committed to your success. Learn more at collins-cc.edu.
Looking for something more from your personal checking account? Then one of our new Community Trust Advantage checking accounts might be right for you. Our Advantage checking accounts offer great features such as ID Protect, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, travel and leisure discounts, and shopping rewards, which makes it easier for you to save money on everyday purchases. Learn more at ctbi.com. Get more out of your checking. Open an account today. Our friendly, professional staff at one of our many branches will be happy to assist you.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Looking for a secure savings account? Come to Desco Federal Credit Union and explore our latest offers. With great rates and top-of-the-line personnel, Desco insures your money for at least $1 million. Relax and put your money where you know it's safe and growing. Desco Federal Credit Union is located at 1211 Carter Avenue and other locations in Ohio and West Virginia. Stop in or go online. An account at Desco is just what you need. DescoFCU.org.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that's built to last. KFB, the Better Bank, is proud to be your hometown community bank, serving neighbors, not numbers. We're here for all your financial needs today and well into the future. So if you're looking for a bank that's committed for the long haul, check out our Wheelersburg location today. KFB, the Better Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Tomcats play here. 97.9 The River.
We're back about just over 2 minutes ago here until the start of the second half. And, dang, these people are nuts. A couple of our JV players just walked up the steps nearby and got heckled by several Bell County fans. The student section's right next to them, and they just walked up and got heckled pretty hard there, to say the least. But Ashland leading 34-23 at halftime right now. And, yeah. Hey, I mentioned it. Yeah, there's not a good thing to do. But it's, and again, this is the student section, not the adults. But 34-23 at halftime as Ashland is leading, as now the second half getting ready to start. Want to give a shout-out to some friends watching. I want to shout out my friends, first off, Tim Renfro, who thank you for him for his updates last night, and thank you for the updates tonight. I want to say the same for Chris, as it's 53-42 Ashland in the women's game. They are leading Johnson Central with 5:21 to go in the game. So the Kittens, who led, I know at one point when Tim updated me, it was 43-27. Kittens leading, so holding a double-digit lead there. And Johnson Central, not an easy team. They're really good on both. Their men's team just won their 8th game in a row tonight, as it's 34-23. Ashland in the lead over Bell right now. They had a basketball homecoming festivity. As I'm updating Chris, with Chris and I are kind of tag teaming tonight on scores. But they had the homecoming festivities, which increased the length of halftime. But, yeah, it is like I say, this place is loud as they're getting ready to start the second half. As they get everybody getting up, 6 seconds to go. As now it's 34-23 Ashland getting ready to start the second half. As now the Tomcats coming out. It's going to be the original starters. It's going to be Neal, Smith, Hughes, Owens, and Clark. For Bell County, it's going to be Burnett. It's going to be Buell. It's going to be Huff. It'll be Thomas and Ferguson. Ferguson's going to control it. Bell County going left to right on your dial. Ashland right to left. As Buell has it. But near wing, he's going to punch it inside to Burnett. He's going to post up Hughes, go around. Blocked from behind by Neal, but Burnett comes down with it. A whistle blows and a foul call. We're going to see who that's on. That's going to go on Hughes. They're going to say got him on the wrist. That's going to be Hughes' first, the team first. Here with 7:44 to go in the third. Burnett's going to inbound from under the bucket, and it's deflected out of bounds, thrown back in. Clark gets it down to an open Owens. He's going to lay it up and in for the Tomcats. 36-23 to start the second half. Sixth turnover for Bell County. 7:28 to go in the second. Ferguson with it against Owens up top. He's going to dribble to the far side. Give it to Thomas. Man-to-man Ashland. Burnett now at the top of the key against Hughes. Back to Ferguson. Mid-range shot. It's going to bounce off. Rebound by Smith. It's deflected up and into the hands of Neal. Neal down court to CC. Open three. Got it! CC with the three. He has 10 and a timeout by Bell. 39-23, 7:05 to go here in the third. Ashland starting off on a 5-0 run, a turnover forced on the inside inbounds pass, leading to an Owens run out, and then a three-pointer by Caleb Clark on the other end. Ashland's eighth. Clark getting more and more comfortable. He's sometimes hesitant. That's his 25th three of the year, if I'm correct. Clark is he can hit him. You know, he hit 5 of them in the regional championship last year when Boyd played off of him. But tonight, he's hit 2 of them, and he's shooting so comfortably from out there. And I think he's a 40% three-point shooter when he's, and he's been a little hesitant to take them, but he can hit them, no doubt. He's hit 2 of them tonight. He has 10, and that makes it harder for the defense because that forces them to have to step out and guard him. But what made me more comfortable on that was on the break. Ashland with 5 fast break points to start the second half. Here with 7:05 to go in the third. It's 39-23 Ashland. And like I said, they led 34-23 at halftime. They didn't have a lot of fast break points in the first half. So now the other way, Bell County will inbound. 39-23 Ashland, 7:05 to go in the third. Ferguson finds Buell up top and back to Ferguson. Owens guarding him full court. 39-23 Ashland. Ferguson is going to dribble up and get it over to Burnett, near wing. And he hits Buell up top. Buell guarded by Clark. Buell to the near wing, over to Burnett. Near the corner, he's going to back it out. Doubled over to Buell. He's going to post up on Neal. Neal's got to be careful. 2 fouls. Neal jumper off. Rebounded by Burnett. It's going to go off the front but roll in. And Burnett now with 11 for Bell. It's 39-25. 33 to go second half. 1-3-1 half-court trap coming from the Bobcats. Clark over to Neal. Now they're going to back off that into more of a 2-3 zone. As now Clark will have it up top over to Neal. Back out to Clark. Thought about the 3. Instead dribbles it out. Lobs it over to Neal. Far side. Inside to Clark. He gives it out to Neal. Over to Smith. Open look. 3. Got it. 9 3-pointers for the Tomcats. Drew Smith, his second 3. 42-25 Tomcats. 6 minutes to go here in the third. And it's given over to Buell. He's guarded by Clark. And over to Huff. Up top, over to Thomas. His 3, in and out. Rebound tipped out. Neal's going to run it the other way. Neal down court. Brings it out against Ferguson. Steps up. Clark eager for it. Fakes the three against Buell. Goes up inside. Got it. Yes, sir. Clark with 12. 44-25 Ashland. 5:33 to go in the third. As it is right now, a 10-2 run by the Tomcats to start the second half. Thomas loses it, and it goes to the floor. Ferguson hits it. Jump ball, possession arrow. We'll give it back to Ashland. Ashland just coming out here this second half, making it happen so far. 5:25 to go in the third quarter, 44-25. They've blown this one wide open at the moment. Smith inbounds in front of the Bell bench, and now Neal's going to take it up top. He's guarded by Thomas, and over to Clark near wing. Inside to Cutting. Smith fakes it, shuffled his feet a bit. He caught it. He was wide open underneath. A little shocked how wide open he was. Faked. He thought Burnett was behind him and faked it. As now Ashland up 19. Bell's going to have the ball. Buell drives it in on Clark. He's going to post him up. Had the elbow out. Offensive foul. That's going to go back to Ashland. Yeah, just drove in and had the elbow extended, and that's almost always going to draw the call. 44-25 Tomcats, 5:11 to go, and I'm more shocked here right now, honestly, than I was at Martin County. As Neal against Thomas will dribble it up, give it to Owens near corner. Owens drives inside, lays it up, and in. 21-point game here in the second half. Owens with 8, 46-25 Ashland. 4:33 to go in the second as Ferguson guarded by Owens. He's going to drive, give it back to Thomas. Owens takes it away. It hits the floor, and Bell dives on it. And the fifth jump ball on the game. Good hustle from Ferguson. I thought Owens had possession, but he was still bobbling it. Ferguson drove down and forced the jump ball. That's going to keep it with Bell. Fifth jump ball call tonight. As Huffle inbound in front of his bench. And he's going to look. He's going to lob it into Buell. He's going to drive in on Clark. And Clark called for a blocking foul. Similar move to what Buell tried last time, but it didn't have the elbow extended, as it's Clark's second foul. Clark with 2, Neal with 2, Burnett with 2 right now for Bell. Burnett underneath, inbounding. He's going to look, and he's going to lob it back. Huff, and loses a handle thrown in, and taken away by Neal. Bell just having trouble. 9th turnover so far. Neal to Owens. He's going to drive in near wing, go up on Burnett, miss it. Tips the rebound out, and I thought he might have gotten, a tough call there, but that's going to go back to Bell. And he may not have again. It's more my angle I'm looking at, as now that's going to go back to Neal. Owens is going to get called for the foul, as that's going to be his first, the team's third. 4:28 to go in the third. It's 46-25 Ashland. Burnett's going to drive it up on Hughes. Go inside, go up, and get the bucket. He has 13. So now it's 46-27. Ashland over Bell with 4:10 to go in the third. Neal against Thomas at midcourt. Going to pick up his dribble, give it over to Smith on the near wing, right in front of the Ashland bench. He's going to dribble up top, find Clark. Clark over to Hughes. Hughes near wing, inside, out to Smith. He's going to dribble back up top and reset the offense. 3:52 to go. A patient Ashland team. An aggressive but patient team tonight. Smith near midcourt. Drives it in on Burnett. Out to Hughes. Out to Clark. He's going to jab step. Drive in. Out to Smith. Open three. Off. Rebound by Ferguson. 3:37 to go in the third. It's 46-27 Ashland. Ferguson to the bucket. Got to pick him up. He gets his second bucket. 46-29 Ashland. 3:28 to go in the third. 4-0 run for Bell right now. Tomcats' largest lead is 21. As Neal will dribble it up. He's guarded by Thomas at midcourt. Neal, screen coming from Clark, and a timeout called by Coach Bonner. He doesn't want to give him the momentum, and I can understand. 30-second timeout. We're going to take it to 46-29 Ashland here. 3:16 to go in the third. We'll be back here on 97.9 The River.
Metro Community Federal Credit Union now brings you all the tech that big banks have, but still has that personal touch of a member-owned community credit union. Apple Pay? Got it. Digital wallet? Yep. Message pay by text, online loan payments, even chatting with a real person, not a bot. Open accounts, sign documents, and manage your money all online. It's the big bank tech you need from the local community-minded credit union you trust. Metro Community FCU. Visit metrocommunityfcu.com today.
Ashland Tomcat basketball action on 97.9 The River.
46-29 Ashland here in the third. They started the third quarter on a 12-2 run to go up 21. Bell on a 4-0 run right now as official putting in a little extra work cleaning in near midcourt. And they called it pretty good. I mean, that's hard to call tonight. What I like, though, again, the ones that are kind of, that are communicating, and they're doing a really good job, I think, communicating with the players, the coaches. Jalen Strader in now for Owens. Ashland inbounds it. Neal, as Clark has it, far corner. Neal's going to dribble it back out. He's guarded by Thomas, man-to-man from Bell. Screen from Hughes. Neal goes around, guarded by Ferguson, out to Hughes, and out to Smith. Smith drives in on Thomas, picks up his dribble, out to Clark. His three off, and it's rebounded underneath by Burnett, and a foul called on Neal. Thought he could force another jump ball there, but ended up getting his wrist, and with 2:51 to go in the third, Neal picks up his third foul. Coach Bonner talking to Owens, hadn't sent him in yet. As Ashland now back to the 2-3. As Ferguson has it, 46-29 Ashland in the third. Up to Buell, he's going to drive in on Clark, go up, he got it and got fouled. 6-0 run for the Bobcats as Ethan Buell gets it to go. That's his sixth. That's going to go against Clark, and now Clark's picked up his third, and the team's fifth. And that one I don't know about because Clark had pretty good position on him. But Buell, who averages 17 points a game for the Bobcats, going to the free throw line for the and one opportunity. It's going to go up, and it's good. He gets it to go. 7-0 run now for the Bobcats. Buell, almost an 80% free throw shooter, as now he has 7. And it's 46-32 Ashland. Neal against Thomas. Screen from Clark. Intensity picking up from Bell, and they're man-to-man. Burnett now up top. Clark gives it over to Smith. Smith guarded by Thomas. They switch Burnett on him. And lob back over to Neal. 46-32 Ashland here in the third. Neal's going to drive in against Ferguson. Jump and a block called against Bell. And that's going to go against Hughes. So that's going to be his first, and that's going to be the team's second. The situation now, Bell has 2 fouls in this half. Ashland has 5. Bell is in the bonus, and Neal and Clark each have 3 fouls for Ashland. Owens is back in, and Clark is on the bench for Ashland as they go underneath the Strader, who lays it in for his first bucket. It's 48-32 Ashland. Burnett. Ashland back to the 2-3. 2:03 to go in the third. Burnett will dribble it around up top at the top of the zone. He's going to direct traffic and trying to hit Buell. And they go to the corner to Thomas. Back up top to Burnett. He bobbles it. Dribbles around now. 1:49 to go in the third. 48-32 Ashland. Buell on the near wing. Over to Ferguson. Far side to Burnett. Lobs it underneath to Buell. Tough catch, and he puts it up and in. Buell with 9. It's 48-34 Ashland. 1:35 to go in the third. Neal now against Thomas at midcourt. He's going to drive inside. Euro step underneath, and he's called for traveling. Neal poked in the eye on that and not caught. I don't think the official realized it until after that. There was a sea of bodies in the lane, and unfortunate there for Ashland. Only the Tomcats' 4th turnover right now. Bell has 9, but they have momentum. They're on a 9-2 run. They trailed 46-25. Burnett will dribble it up at 1:24 to go in the third. He's going to drive in on Smith, and Smith now called for a foul. They are calling it a lot tighter this half, as now Smith will get called, and that's going to send Bell to the line. So Burnett, that's going to be Smith's first foul. And that's going to send Blake Burnett, a 75.8% free throw shooter, to the line, where he's 3 of 3, I believe, so far. He's going to put the first one up. That one's going to rattle out. One more coming for Burnett. Bell County 4 for 5 as a team from the free throw line, and they're one of the best three-point shooting teams in the state at 75%. Ashland's at 72. Burnett gets the second. He has 14. 48-35. Ashland over Bell. 1:19 to go here in the third. Strader is going to walk it up. Be met by Burnett at midcourt. Picks up his dribble. Throws it over to Owens. Owens back up to Smith. Smith now guarded by Thomas. He's going to dribble up, give it to Neal, far wing. Neal drives in on Buell, going to post up. He's doubled, and a foul called on Buell. Yeah, they're definitely calling it a lot tighter this half. Buell picks up the foul, and that is going to be Bell's third. Buell's second with 58.8 to go in the third. Bell now 1 to give until Ashland gets the bonus opportunity as Neal will inbound to Hughes. Back to Neal is 3. Got it! Elijah Neal, 4 buckets, all of them 3. It's 51-35 Ashland with 50 seconds to go in the third. Burnett runs it against Smith, and he's going to pick up his dribble, feed it underneath the Huff, misses the shot, but tips his miss in. And it's 51-37 Ashland, 40 seconds to go in the third. Game speeding up. Neal against Thomas up top. He's going to have it deflected out, but hangs on. Neal gives it over to Hughes at the logo, and to Smith on the near side. Now back to Hughes. Coach Bonner directing traffic, instructing his team to stay put. 22 seconds to go here in the third. It's 51-37 Ashland. Hughes drives in to Strader and back to Neal near the logo. 13 seconds to go in the third. Smith dribbles up top. He's going to drive to the bucket on Burnett, and Burnett called for his third foul. Oh, if we can get him back. Burnett, the key player on this Bell team, 19 points a game, and he gets fouled, or he fouls on that. That's going to be his third. And Bell is going to send the 6'5" Gavin Burton back in underneath. So both Burton and Buell, both 6'5" on the court for Bell. Neal under the bucket is going to inbounds. And if Bell fouls Ashland, they'll get a trip to the free throw line. 8.7 left to go here in the third. Neal lobs it back to Smith. Smith going to drive into the lane, put the floater up, and it rolls off. Rebound Ferguson, and a foul called. I don't know. Buell helped Smith up. I was watching the ball, but Smith went down, so maybe he did get. That's going to be called on Burton. That's going to be his first, and now Smith will get 2 shots. 4.1 to go here in the third. He's going to put the first one up. It goes. One more coming up for Smith. Burnett checking back in for Bell, no doubt for offense. Out will go Caden Huff. One more coming up for Drew Smith. 4.1 to go in the second half. Ashland trailing Bell, leading Bell 52-37. Second shot for Smith is good. He has 12. And Brett Ferguson down court, heaves it. Oh, wow, went off the rim, side of the rim. Nearly got a shot. Kind of like Cole Villers hit 6 years ago, and that one went off. So at the end of 3, it is 50. I thought you got that. It was 52-37 Ashland over Bell. Here getting ready to start the fourth. We'll be back here shortly on 97.9 The River.
Tired of seeing those dings, dents, and scratches on your car? Then you need to see McLeod's Body Shop, your trusted partner for all things auto repair and restoration for 45 years. At McLeod's Body Shop, they're not just in the business of fixing cars. They're in the business of turning heads. Their team of skilled technicians are dedicated to bringing your vehicle back to its prime, no matter the make or model. From minor touch-ups to major overhauls, McLeod's Body Shop has you covered. McLeod's Body Shop says, go Tomcats.
Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been providing accounting, tax, and attest services for the tri-state community and across the United States. Since 1951, individuals, medical practices, attorneys, corporations, Main Street businesses, local schools, and governments have relied on us for expert advice, tax preparation, and attest services. With offices in Ashland and Cincinnati, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby are here for your accounting and tax needs. For over 70 years, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been there for businesses in our community. They're here for yours too. Call them and let Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby provide for the future of your business.
Ashland Tomcat basketball action on 97.9 The River.
The Tomcats with 10 3-pointers going into the fourth quarter. They lead 53-37 right now over Bell County, as it's going to be Neal, Smith, Owens, Hughes, and Clark on the court for the Tomcats. Neal and Clark with 3 fouls. Bell with Thomas. That's going to be, they're going with their bigger lineup with both the 6'5" Burton and Buell on the court. Burnett's on the court for him as Hughes takes the 3, misses it. Owens tips it out, and it goes into the hands of Burnett, and he's found. Not a smart play from Neal. Burnett had possession of it. Neal came diagonally and just reached in and tried to steal, picked up his 4th foul in the process. And Ferguson on the court as well now for Bell, as Strader will come in for Ashland and Neal will go out. I think Neal just looks tired. He's played so hard tonight. As now Ferguson will inbound from in front of the scorer's table. He's going to slap and trying to hit Burnett, but not there, finds Buell. He's going to dribble it up for the Bobcats. Ashland in a man-to-man. Bell going left to right, Ashland right to left. Buell drives in on Clark, goes up, misses off the front of the rim, tip back, Burnett gets it and scores. Blake Burnett has 16. He averages 19 a game. It's 53-39. Ashland over Bell. As now Strader over to Clark, 7:20 to go in the fourth. 53-39 Ashland. Clark out to Owens and back up to Smith. He's going to drive into the teeth of the defense, go up, and it's going to bounce in. Drew Smith with 14, 55-39 Ashland. Burnett the other way. Ashland now back to the 2-3. He's going to dribble up top as Burnett. 7 minutes to go in the fourth, 55-39 Ashland. Thomas on the near wing, lobbed into Burton, and underneath the Buell, and Owens gets a piece of it. Burnett comes down, though, with it. He goes inside, goes up and scores, and draws the foul. Blake Burnett now with 18. Burnett playing with 3 fouls himself. We're going to see that's on. I think it's on Hughes or Owens. It's on Hughes. That's his second, the team's second. So that's going to send Burnett to the free throw line. So he's going to have one more coming up, 55-41 Ashland here early in the fourth. Burnett, the free throw is good. And he's right at his average now at 19 a game. Burnett, 5 for 6 from the free throw line, as now it's Strader at midcourt, 55-42 Ashland. Over to Hughes. Hughes will dribble it back up. Bell man-to-man as now Clark is going to drive in. He's going to go up and get fouled by Burton. Clark takes it in. I think knew how tight, how much tighter it's been called this half. That's going to be Burton's second foul. Right now on the court, only Burnett has 3 for Bell. Clark with 3 for Ashland. That's going to send Cece to the free throw line for the Tomcats. The 76% free throw shooter. 2 coming up. 55-42 Ashland here in the third. And his first free throw's good. His 13th. One more coming up. As Huff coming in. So now out goes Burton. Second shot coming up for Caleb Clark. 56-42 Ashland. 6:30 to go in the fourth. He got that one. Cece with 14. Ashland 4 for 9, or 6 for 9 from the line right now. As that's going to be Burnett against the 2-3. Up to Buell on the elbow. He's going to post up. He elbowed Clark again, and they're going to call the offensive foul. Had the elbow extended, and that's going to turn it over with 50 in the third, and that's going to be Buell's third. As Owens will inbound. Gets it into Neal. He's going to dribble it up against Thomas. He's at Neal over to Owens. And Clark inside, lays it in. 17-point lead for Ashland. Clark with 16, 59-42. Tomcats with 6 minutes to go. Ferguson, near side, 2-3 from Ashland. Neal has been on the bench, by the way. Burnett and throws it to Buell. Owens almost got the deflection. Ferguson corner 3, got it. And that's Braxton Ferguson's first 3. He has 7, and a timeout called, a 30-second. So we're going to take it as well. We'll be back. It's 59-45 Ashland, 5:48 to go in the fourth, here on 97.9 The River.
Hey, Tomcat fans, it's wintertime once again. That means snow and ice. Ashland Milling Company, 50-pound bags of winter ice melt for $9.75. And for those of you who want a product that won't hurt your concrete, try 50-pound bags of calcium chloride, $24.95. Let Ashland Milling Company keep you safe from slipping and sliding this winter. Ashland Milling Company, proud sponsors of Ashland Tomcat Ball. Ashland Milling Company, proud sponsors of Ashland Tomcat Basketball. Go Tomcats!
The Tomcats play here. 97.9 The River.
59-45 Ashland, 5:48 to go in the first, and a big congratulations to Tomcat football player Keyshawn Newman, who's committed to U-Pike. Big shout out to him and congratulations. As Clark will inbound, he finds Smith. Bell pressing, 2-2-1 over to Clark. Neal still on the bench. Smith has 4 fouls. Over to Strader, far side. He dribbles through the press and gives it back to Smith. 59-49 Ashland, 5:36 to go in the fourth. Strader back up top to Smith. Smith against Thomas, back over to Strader. And he's going to dribble up top, finds Owens underneath, goes up against Buell, misses the shot, misses the tip. Rebound goes to Burnett. Buell got back pretty quickly. Burnett now against the Tomcat man-to-man, gives it to Ferguson, who drives into the lane, and he gets the bucket. Buell set him up nicely underneath on the, setting a screen for him. Buell did, as Ashland against the press, and a foul called on Huff. Ferguson with 9. 59-47 Ashland. Huff picks up his second foul. Bell's third with 5:06 remaining. Only one foul to give for the Bobcats, as Clark's going to inbound it right in front of the Bell bench. And Clark slaps it back to Drew Smith against the press. 2-2-1 press from Bell. Neal over to Hughes and to Clark. Back to Smith. And to Neal. Lobbed over to Smith. Owens near far corner. Lob back up top to Neal. Big pass. Neal back in the game is now his high pass. Neal catches it, but Neal, and he's going to put Venerable picked up over to Hughes. Neal drives inside underneath the Clark. Reverse lay-in goes. 61-49 Ashland. Clark with 18. 4:29 to go in the fourth. Ferguson over to Burnett. And back to Ferguson. 2-3 zone from Ashland. Ferguson's going to dribble around, give it to Huff, and back over to Burnett. Back to Ferguson. Ferguson into the lane. A foul called. And that's going to go on Owens. That's going to be his second. Bell doing a good job getting penetration against that zone of Ashland. 4:14 to go in the fourth at 61-47 Ashland. Buell, it's taken away by Owens, but he was out of bounds. Owens having a great game on the defensive end. 61-47 Ashland in the lead with 4:12 remaining. Ferguson inbound far side. He's going to lob it back to Burnett. Burnett over to Ferguson, back up to Burnett. Burnett and to Buell. He's going to be double. Buell spins, turns, and gets the bucket. 61-49, Ashland in the lead. Buell now with 11. 3:54 to go. Hughes dribbles it up, gives it out to Clark and out to Smith. Smith hanging on to it. Ashland now going more clock control. It's Neal over to Smith. He's guarded by Ferguson. Clark high elbow and give and go to Neal, but he's cut off by Thomas. Neal's going to dribble into the lane, give it out to Owens. Owens bobbles it on the wing. Timeout called by Coach Bonner. Now a good timeout. He was nearly out of bounds. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining. 3:33 to go. 61-49 Ashland. We'll be back. It's a full timeout here on 97.9 The River.
It's game time, and Food Fair has everything you need to feed your home team. From hand-battered chicken tenders and sauced wings to meatballs, party sliders, and fresh veggie trays. Food Fair makes hosting easy. Just order the perfect catering tray and pick it up at the deli counter. Some locations even have grab-and-go trays, and you're ready to serve. No cooking, no stress, just great food. Food Fair. Game time made easy. Get more at foodfairmarkets.com.
At Members Choice Credit Union, we believe your money should give you choices. That's why we've created My Choice accounts. Checking, cashback, and savings designed to match the way you live. Whether you're focused on building savings, managing your day-to-day spending, or planning ahead for the future, My Choice gives you the flexibility to do it your way. Take control and make choices that fits you best. Members Choice Credit Union, your money, your future, your choice. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
The Tomcats play here. 97.9 The River.
61-49, Ashland leading Bell with 3:33 remaining. As the Tomcats will send out, it's gonna be Neal, Smith, Clark, Hughes, and Owens for Bell County. It's gonna be Thomas. It's gonna be Buell, Burnett, Ferguson, and Huff. Neal to inbound baseline. He's going to slap and look. Bell County with a zone. It's up top to Hughes and over to Smith. Smith dribbles around Thomas. Ashland up 12 with 3:28 to go in the fourth. Neal inside to Clark under the bucket. Out to Owens. He drives in, and he's fouled. Going up, well, I don't know if they got him before the shot, but that's going to go on Ferguson, his second. As now that's going to be see, and that's what I like with this crew. Ferguson is talking to the official, nothing disrespectful, but he's questioning it. The official is giving him a detailed explanation. Like, that is, how you do it. As now Owens going to the free throw line. He's going to get 2 coming up. And now Ashland 61-49 in the fourth. Owens missed 2 of 3 earlier. He goes to the line and hits the first. Owens with 9. What a game he has had on the defensive end. He's got 1 more coming up for the Tomcats. Owens, a great job this half. His second shot. And that rattles out. Jinxed him. Rebound by Bell. That's going to be Burnett at 3:17. 62-49 Ashland. Burnett, high post against Clark. He's going to pick up his dribble and throws it under. Hughes deflects it, but back into Buell's hands, and he lays it in. That big guy can flat cut to the basket. 13 for Buell, 62-51 Ashland. Bell 2-2-1 press. Owens, and he's called for traveling. That one sure was. Was looking for Clark underneath and shuffled his feet. Wide open against the press, and now Bell's going to have it back with 2:58 remaining, and Ashland leading 62-51. So Ferguson will inbound in front of the Ashland bench. Burnett will dribble it up, man-to-man from Ashland. Burnett guarded by Hughes. He's going to drive in, go up, blocked by Hughes. Great defense from Justin Hughes, and that's going to stay with Bell. And Hughes has done, I will say, too, an excellent job scouting. He read Burnett very well. As now Ashland's going to go back to one of the zone look. Burnett underneath will inbound. Trying to hit Buell, not there. He's going to lob it back to Buell, and he catches it near big court. Almost lost his footing, and he'll dribble it up against Owens. Buell over to Ferguson, and back to Burnett. Ashland 2-3 now, 62-51 Tomcats fourth. Thomas steps up, mid-range shot, banked off the rim. Rebound goes to Neal. Smith now at 2:28 will dribble it up for the Tomcats. Smith against Thomas. He's going to dribble it out, throw it to Clark, far corner. Clark unguarded. He's going to dribble it up, and he's going to be bumped on. No, they're going to say he was out. 6th Tomcat turnover with 2:18 to go. Ashland leading 62-51 over Bell. Ferguson inbounds far corner as Burnett's going to dribble it up. Over to Ferguson. Back to Burnett. Burnett, high post to Buell. Buell post up and out to Ferguson. Up top to Burnett. Over to Ferguson, near wing. Back up top to Burnett. Ashland 2-3. They're having trouble navigating that. Thomas in the corner. Overset bounce pass to Huff and inside to Buell, who misses the lay-in. Unfortunate for Ashland. He was fouled on it. Hughes is going to pick up his 3rd foul. Both teams now with 4 fouls here in the fourth quarter with 1:53 remaining. As Ashland up 11, 62-51. Buell's going to have 2 free throw shots. And the 6'5 big man at the free throw line, he right now has 13. Had 4 in the first half. He's going to put the first one up, and that's going to go. And not to mention a darn good free throw shooter at nearly 80%. Bell amongst the top 10 in Kentucky in that department at 75%. As now the second shot for Buell is coming up. 62-52 Ashland, and that's going to go. Buell with 15, 3 of them at the line. A timeout called. So we're going to take it as well. 1:53 to go here in the fourth. 62-53 Tomcats. We'll be back shortly here on 97.9 The River.
Primary Plus is invested in your health and invested in the health of our communities. With over 14 primary care locations throughout our network, including locations in Ashland, Grayson, South Shore, Vanceburg, and Moorhead, we are more than just a healthcare provider. We are a doctor in the family. caring for every stage of life, including pediatrics, women's health, primary care, mental health, and on-site pharmacies that are open with affordable pricing and exceptional service. Primary Plus is always welcoming new patients. Visit primaryplus.net to learn more about our mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care.
Looking for something more from your personal checking account? Then one of our new Community Trust Advantage checking accounts might be right for you. Our Advantage checking accounts offer great features such as ID Protect, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, travel and leisure discounts, and shopping rewards, which makes it easier for you to save money on everyday purchases. Learn more at ctbi.com. Get more out of your checking. Open an account today. Our friendly, professional staff at one of our many branches will be happy to assist you.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Ashland Tomcat basketball action on 97.9 The River.
62-53 Ashland with 1:53 to go here in the third. And it's going to be Clark inbounding. He finds Smith up top. 1-3-1 full court press from Bell. Over to Neal. Back to Smith. Smith dribbles to midcourt. Over to Clark. High elbow to Hughes to Smith. And back to Neal. Neal over to Smith. Smith dribbles around Ferguson and back to Owens. Owens dribbles up, dribbles back out, loses the handle, and turns it over. Wanted deflection, but just couldn't quite hang on to that. Seventh Ashland turnover, and Bell's going to have it back with 1:32 remaining. They're only down 9 now. Ashland's biggest lead was at 46-25. They roll it into Burnett. Now the clock starts when he picks it up. Over to Ferguson, up to Burnett. Burnett against Owens, over to Thomas, and back up to Burnett. Burnett picks up his dribble, over to Ferguson. Ferguson against Smith, and back to Burnett. Huff sets the screen. Bowen's great job going around it. Open corner three for Ferguson. It's off, but Huff there to get it underneath. He gets the bucket, and Owens fouls him in the process. So Huff's going to get a chance for one more, and that's back to 7. And that's Huff, only his third bucket. He has 62-55 Ashland with 1:06 to go in the fourth. Owens coming out. Strader coming in for the Tomcats. As now Huff's going to go to the free throw line for the Bobcats, where he is a 56.7% shooter, 17-30 on the year. He puts that one up, and it's going to go off. Tipped up by Burnett and into Neal's hands. 62-55 Ashland, a minute to go. Smith, far side, he's going to be doubled, and he gives it over to Neal. He's fouled before he can get it there. So Smith's going to have 2 shots coming up, 55.9 seconds to go. Ashland ahead, 62-55. So 2 shots coming up for Drew Smith. It's up, and it's going to go off the front of the rim. One more coming up for Ashland. Ashland missed 5 free throws tonight. They are 8 of 13 for about 63%. Smith's second shot's going to go. He has 15. It's 63-55 Ashland. Ferguson now against Smith will dribble it up, top of the key. He's going to man-to-man from Ashland out to Buell, far wing. He's going to drive in on Clark. Scoop shot up, off, but he gets the rebound. Underneath, and a foul called on Clark. Tried to strip it out with 40.6 seconds to go. That's going to send Buell to the free throw line for 2 shots. Ashland ahead, 63-55. Clark picks up his 4th, so Clark with 4, Neal with 4 for Ashland. Hughes has 3 on the court for Bell. Ferguson has 3. Buell has 3, and Burnett has 3. Buell to the free throw line. He's got 2 shots coming up. First one's up, and a rare miss for the big guy. It goes in and out. As the Bobcats right now are 8 of 11 on the free throw line for about 73%. Buell's got one more coming. His second free throw shot. It's up, and that one's going to rattle in. Buell with 16, right on his average, 63-56 Ashland. Clark inbounding, and he calls a timeout. Ashland has 1 remaining. Both teams now have 1 remaining. 40.6 seconds to go. The Tomcats leading 63-56 here on 97.9 The River.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
Looking for a secure savings account? Come to Desco Federal Credit Union and explore our latest offers. With great rates and top-of-the-line personnel, Desco insures your money for at least $1 million. Relax and put your money where you know it's safe and growing. Desco Federal Credit Union is located at 1211 Carter Avenue and other locations in Ohio and West Virginia. Stop in or go online. An account at Desco is just what you need. DescoFCU.org.
Ashland Tomcat basketball action on 97.9 The River.
Tomcats turn it over on the inbounds pass. Burnett gets it, steals it, and lays it in with 29.9 to go. It's 63-58 Ashland. And a timeout call by Bell. We're going to keep it here as Bell County mounting a comeback. Ashland trying to run the clock out, but Bell giving them a hard time in doing so. Smith had it in the corner, was trapped, forced a pass out there, and they intercepted it near the goal, and Burnett got an easy lay-in. That is the 8th Tomcat turnover. 4 of them, I believe, have come in this quarter. But Ashland started out. This game's reminding me a little bit of the Great Crossing game. Ashland built their biggest lead in that game at 68-44 when it looked like they were going to run away with it. Great Crossing went on a surge to come back. Again, not an easy team, the defending state champion. You knew they weren't going to go away. But they came back and made a run and ended up fending the Tomcats off, or the Tomcats fended them off at the end. Right now it's 63-58 Ashland. Both teams are in the bonus, so somebody gets fouled. They're going to the line for 2 shots. Ashland has 1 timeout remaining. Bell is out of timeouts. The possession arrow is with Bell County right now. So that's where we stand. Foul trouble. Neal has 4. Clark has 4 for the Tomcats. Hughes with 3 for Bell. Burnett, Buell, and Ferguson have 3. Clark inbounds. Full court press from Bell. 29.9 to go. Ashland ahead 63-58. Clark's going to slap. He's going to throw it. Looking. He finds Hughes and back to Clark on the cut, and a foul called on Burnett. Burnett not happy on that call. And that's going to be his 4th. Blake Burnett with 4. And that's going to send to the free throw line. That's going to send Hughes with 29 seconds to go. So Hughes has 2 coming up. Justin Hughes, his first one up, and it's going to bounce off. Hughes on the season, a 73% free throw shooter for the Tomcats as Owens comes in. Out goes Strader. One more coming up for Hughes. 29 seconds left. 63-58 Ashland. Hughes, his second free throw is up, and it's going to go. Hughes with 8. 64-58 Ashland with 29 seconds to go. Buell back to Burnett. He's going to dribble up against Hughes. Into the lane. Go up. It's blocked by Neal. Oh! A foul called on Neal, and he's going to foul out of the game with 23 seconds to go. Ooh. I thought that was a clean block from my angle. However, it is consistent that they have called it a lot tighter this half compared to the first. 64-58 Ashland, 23.4 left, and Burnett has 2 coming up from the free throw line. 23.4 seconds to go. Burnett with 2 coming up. He's getting ready. The 75% free throw shooter's first is good. He has 23. Burnett with 2 more. Or 1 more, I'm sorry. 64-59 Ashland. 23.4 seconds to go. He's going to dribble, second shot up, and it's nothing but net. 60-60 Ashland, 23.4 to go. Neal out of the game, Clark to inbound. He's going to find Strader up top, and he's bumped. Burnett out of the game. That's going to be his 5th. Burnett stepped up to cut off Strader, and he's going to foul out. Burnett finishing the game with 24 in this one. So now Strader is going to go to the free throw line for the Tomcats. The freshman who scored a bucket earlier. Strader. Or Burton came in for The second shot, the freshman gets both of them. Strader was 4 for 5 on the year. I wasn't going to say that. And Jinx and Ferguson the other way, back to Thomas. His three, it bounces off, tipped up. Huff gets it. It's stripped out by Hughes. Huff and tried to throw it. Oh, he was in the air. Hughes was out of bounds. He did throw it off Hughes as an awkward lineup, but at 11.9 seconds, 0.9 to go. Ashland up 66-60. Thomas lobs it underneath. Buell misses a tip in. Rebound by Clark. And a foul call. That's going to go on Buell. So Buell will pick up his 4th foul here with 9.5 to go, and CC going to the free throw line for 2. So now it's going to be Caleb Clark. As right now, Buell picks up his 4th. Clark on the floor with 4 for Ashland. Both point guards, Elijah Neal for Ashland and Blake Burnett of Bell, have fouled out. CC to the line. He has 18. First one's up. He got it. 19 for Caleb Clark. 67-60 Ashland with 9.5 to go. One more coming up for CC. And his second shot. It's up. He got it. 68-60 Tomcats. And it's inbounded. Owens deflects it out. It's going to stay with Bell. And Huffle inbound, a little bit lucky. Bell was not organized, and Owens almost capitalized. As Burnett, or thrown to Huff, thrown into Buell, and to Ferguson. He's going to dribble in, lay it up and in with 3 seconds to go. And Ashland's not going to throw it in. Time runs out, and Ashland picks up the win on the road. A big win against Bell County, 68-62. The Tomcats improve to 18-7 on the year as Bell County falls to I can barely think here today. Bell County falls to 23-6. Only their 4th loss, though, to a Kentucky team. Ashland picking up the 68-62 win on the road. We're going to take a break and come back here. Oh, my God. Wow. We're going to take a break here. 68-62, Ashland with the win. We'll be back here on 97.9 The River.
Tired of seeing those dings, dents, and scratches on your car? Then you need to see McLeod's Body Shop, your trusted partner for all things auto repair and restoration for 45 years. At McLeod's Body Shop, they're not just in the business of fixing cars. They're in the business of turning heads. Their team of skilled technicians are dedicated to bringing your vehicle back to its prime, no matter the make or model. From minor touch-ups to major overhauls, McLeod's Body Shop has you covered. McLeod's Body Shop says, go Tomcats.
Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been providing accounting, tax, and attest services for the tri-state community and across the United States. Since 1951, individuals, medical practices, attorneys, corporations, Main Street businesses, local schools, and governments have relied on us for expert advice, tax preparation, and attest services. With offices in Ashland and Cincinnati, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby are here for your accounting and tax needs. For over 70 years, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been there for businesses in our community. They're here for yours too. Call them and let Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby provide for the future of your business.
Hey, Tomcat fans, it's wintertime once again. That means snow and ice. Ashland Milling Company, 50-pound bags of winter ice melt for $9.75. And for those of you who want a product that won't hurt your concrete, try 50-pound bags of calcium chloride, $24.95. Let Ashland Milling Company keep you safe from slipping and sliding this winter. Ashland Milling Company, proud sponsors of Ashland Tomcat Ball. Ashland Milling Company, proud sponsors of Ashland Tomcat Basketball. Go Tomcat! It's game time, and Food Fair has everything you need to feed your home team. From hand-battered chicken tenders and sauced wings to meatballs, party sliders, and fresh veggie trays. Food Fair makes hosting easy. Just order the perfect catering tray and pick it up at the deli counter. Some locations even have grab-and-go trays, and you're ready to serve. No cooking, no stress, just great food. Food Fair. Game time made easy. Get more at foodfairmarkets.com. The Tomcats play here. 97.9 The River.
Ashland picks up the big win, 68-62 on the road. what a game for the Tomcats. They came in tonight and, again, lost 3 out of 4 and come in against possibly, their toughest opponent. This one of the toughest teams they played all season. And they get a 68-62 win. Like I said, Bell, this is only their 4th loss in the state of Kentucky this season. They lost 2 to a team in Tennessee and 1 to a team in Alabama. It's madness here. A big shout-out to Chuck Rist, who was on the call tonight for the Ashland Kittens as well, who won 69-53 over Johnson Central. Big congratulations to Stacy Davis and the Kittens. Hard to believe her 4th season as well. Her and Coach Bonner started the same year, and now Stacy's 4th consecutive 20-win season for the Ashland Kittens. Big congratulations to her, and a big congratulations to that bunch. As now the Tomcats tonight, if you're just tuning in, what a game, first off, on the road. You want to talk about the student section. We weren't perfect back in the day, not by any means. You know how they are. These are 15 to 18-year-old kids, but I've never seen one that, if you're wearing maroon walking up the back steps, that was going crazy on you. I've been at Boyd many a time and have been treated just fine. But, again, it's not the staff or administration here, but wow. It's been a crazy atmosphere. But a great win for Ashland. Again, it was nothing but a sea of blue here, I'll say. They had a great turnout, but 68-62, the Tomcats get the win, and we're going to break this down. They opened up the Tomcats' first 4 buckets were 3-pointers. It seesaw back and forth early. Bell led twice at 7-6 and 10-9. The Tomcats would take the lead for good when Elijah Neal hit a 3 to put them ahead 12-10. And they did not look back. The Tomcats just continued to turn on the Jets that first half and would go on a 25-9 run to extend that lead to 34-19. And the Tomcats would lead 34-23 going into the break behind 7 3-pointers. Now, here's that first half. Ashland led. Now, here's what that first half, the big note was. Ashland was moving the ball around tremendously. I thought this was the best ball movement that the Tomcats showed all season. And I know Chuck Rist tuned in, very happy to hear that, I'm sure, as they moved it side to side. Bell, credit to them, they had excellent transition defense out there. It was outstanding. And I think Ashland had 1 fast break bucket in the first half. But, again, before halftime, Bell went on a 4-0 run. Ashland got it together the second half. They started out on a 12-2 run to build their largest lead at 46-25. And again, it was the defense. It was 5 fast break points to start the half. It was Elijah Owens getting a steal and a lay-in on the other end, and then Caleb Clark coming down on the run. A great catch-and-shoot 3-pointer, and I had CeCe with 2 3-pointers tonight. He did a great job shooting it and looking comfortable out there doing so. He finished right on his average with 20. But Ashland in the second half built on that lead. You knew, though, Bell was not going to go away without a fight. They went on a 7-0 run. They cut the lead to 46-32. And the game went after that. Bell would cut it to 10, and they slowly – it was still a 12-point game with about 4 minutes to go, and I didn't say this out loud, but I thought of the district championship 2 years ago when Ashland was when Ashland played Boyd County, and they were up 12 with 4 minutes to go and lost that one. But Ashland held them off enough to pull this one out. Again, the problem with Bell is they're so good from the line. They're a 75% free throw shooting team, and the Tomcats were not on tonight in that department. But Ashland did just enough. They turned it over late. Elijah Neal fouled out for Ashland. He finished with 12, all 3-pointers for the Tomcats, who shot well from that department tonight. They had 9 of them. I thought they had 10. They had 9. I'm going to make sure on my numbers. There, yep, they did have 10. I had CeCe's written box strong. Yep, they had 10. So they did have 10 tonight. And, again, I credit that, though, honestly, is they shot well, yes, but as much to ball movement as I do to Ashland just, Ashland being hot tonight. Meanwhile, going through the numbers, first off for Bell County, star player Blake Burnett, he didn't disappoint. He had 26 points for Bell in their 68-62 loss. And the closest it came late was when Bell got that. They got a steal and a lay-in to cut. It was 63-56, and that steal and lay-in cut by Burnett cut it to 63-58, and they cut it to 64-60, and the freshman Jalen Strader came in and hit 2 free throws. And there is Coach Bonner with Jalen Strader as we're going to get him hooked up here. We got set up here. As Coach Bonner with me here, we'll get you. That's my fault. I didn't expect. So we'll get you unwired here. But we're going to get Coach Bonner on. And, Coach, let's see, heck of a game tonight for the Tomcats. I mean, came on the road. They took a 12-10 lead early and did not look back.
Yeah, we and again, another tough environment. This team, Bell County, they haven't been beat at home this year.
Yeah.
They're undefeated at home, so this is an incredibly tough place to play, not only play but to win, be able to win. And, they just beat a really good North Laurel team in overtime over here recently. I definitely would put them as one of the favorites to secure the 13th region title. And I'm really proud of just the way we responded coming off that Lawrence County game, and such where we all just felt so disappointed and down. But like we talked before the game, Tyler, I was just really anxious to see our response, and we responded the right way.
Yeah, and we scored 68 points tonight. Now, you look at it on paper, and this is where the stats, I love stats, but this is where they don't always come in. 8 points below our average, but I'm going to go as far as to say, Ryan, I think we had our best offensive game all year. The way they moved that ball side to side, best ball.
The movement was crisp. I felt like we were taking the right shots, and like you said, we didn't blow the roof off in scoring, but we were really efficient and we guarded well. And we rebounded. Yeah. We got a little bit sloppy with the lead late, but we knew they were going to come after us. And, what I was so proud of and why Jalen's on here tonight, man, he hit 2 pressure clutch free throws there. There at the end of the game. And for a freshman to step up and do that, it's not easy. And really pleased with just the whole game in total, from start to finish, both sides of the ball. And we seemed much more connected tonight, Tyler, than what we did last night. And we had a tough conversation in the locker room this afternoon. And when I say that, I was in on that. I was a part of that, just as much as our players were. And I think this game really meant something to our guys. And I know that they wanted to finish out their regular season on a high note, considering how weird the last week has been.
Yeah, 23-6 now is Bell County, and Ryan, only their fourth loss to a Kentucky team. 2 were out of state, so I mean, like I said, and this team too. What impressed me so much, they're cutting, how they hit. I mean, the way they hit those passes in stride. Man, that's hard to defend.
Yeah, we knew going into it that their set actions were really good. They were really crisp on offense, like you said. They cut hard. They run really good stuff, and they put their scorers in really good spots to make plays. The Burnett kid is just really, really hard to stop going downhill. So we knew the challenge that was ahead of us, and we took care of business in an environment that nobody else has won here yet this year. So that kind of speaks for itself.
Man, what a difference 24 hours makes. And Coach, we appreciate you so much. A great win on the road, 68-62. And with us, we also have tonight's Tomcat player of the game, the freshman who hit 2 big free throws late, Jalen Strader. My man. Oh, what a man. You came into a tough environment. I mean, you know, their student section was going crazy. You're at the line late. I mean, a freshman, 2 big free throws to hit.
I mean, I just had to come in there late, do what I had to do to help my team get to the finish line tonight. And the objective was to hit the free throws, and I did that. And I'm just proud of my guys for doing what we did tonight. Man,
and, you know, coming in, Coach Bonner mentioned that you guys had a talk today. What were your feelings like coming, you know, just your thoughts and, you know, coming out of that?
It was obviously a tough conversation. We had to get back on track. We obviously weren't playing the best, but we came out here as a team together. I thought we were so together tonight. The ball movement showed that, and we were able to come out here, tough road environment, and get a dub. So,
yeah, what a win. And coming in the second half, you know, it wasn't going to be easy. With, of course, you know, you guys go up 21. Elijah Neal gets in foul trouble. You have to come in, you know, you're pressing. You're going against one of the top players in the state. And Blake Burnett, Bell County's all-time leading scorer, on him for 2,000 points tonight. Talk about what it was like going against him and just the physicality that he brought.
I know I had to step up whenever E got his 5th, but I feel like I was able to come in the game and impact it in a positive way. And, yeah, I mean, Burn, he's a really good player for them, all-time leading scorer. I mean, he's a great player, but I feel like we were able to pull together as a team to kind of offset that.
Yeah, and last question for you, Jalen. Actually, first before I ask that, I want to ask you because you scored on an out-of-bounds play. And, again, what you did, the things I've seen you do so much over the year, you made a solid, disciplined cut to the basket. Talk about the importance of discipline because it's something that I've seen you come out and exhibit so many times when you've played.
Discipline is definitely a key value. You know, you got to be consistent on the court, off the floor, in the classroom. It don't matter what it is, but I feel like I just focus on the little things, and the little things will get you a dub like it did tonight.
Nice. Last question, my man. Any shout-outs you want to give?
I want to shout out God, my Lord and Savior, and then I want to shout out my family. I want to shout out Luke.
Yeah, the director of basketball operations. Yeah, Luke.
Love you, Luke.
Mays. We want to say thank you all for tuning in tonight. Ashland picks up a 68-62 win. The Tomcats improved to 18-8 on the season. Yeah, as they improve on the year. We're exciting tonight. We're gonna say good night. The Tomcats will be on Thursday night, 7:00 at the district championship against Boyd County, and don't forget the Kittens, who emerged victorious against Johnson Central tonight, 69-53. Wednesday night they will compete against Boyd for the district championship, 7:00. We'll have the action there on 93.3. We want in 1340 Cat Sports. We want to say thank you to Lowell Austin, to Coach Ryan Bonner. We say God bless you all. Good night, everybody, from Bell County High School.
Thank you, Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce.